I would like to express a few words. These words are directed to all of you, the non-Israeli and non-Jewish individuals here today who have come here to show support. Thank you for being present. On behalf of many of my Israeli and Jewish friends, I wish to address the most common questions you've been asking us since that horrific Saturday. Is your family safe and well? The straightforward and honest answer is no. They are neither safe nor well. Having your immediate circle of family and friends not facing the horror of slaughter, burning, rape, or abduction to Gaza is as well as one can be in Israel at the moment. I believe you'll agree that these are inconceivable standards for being considered well. Israel is so small and social circles are so tightly intertwined that no one will be spared. Grief and devastation is touching every single household in Israel. So no, they're not well. They're also not safe. Regardless of where our loved ones are situated in Israel, no one can be safe as a rapidly escalating war unfolds on multiple fronts, with missile attack and sirens becoming the routine. For those of us who are fortunate enough to be far away from these atrocities, we are also not well. You have just heard about members of this community who are directly impacted by the horrors of Saturday, October 7th. Words cannot begin to grasp the horror they are experiencing. As for the rest of us, who were spared from being directly impacted, our parents, our elderly parents, are confined to safe rooms if they have them, or staircase if they don't. Sorry. Our nephews, our cousins, children of our closest friends are engaged in brutal battles with a rapidly growing death toll. And we know for certain that even those who return physically unharmed will never regain the carefree, joyful demeanor they once had. So no, we're not okay. We're not safe either. Our souls are crushed by the horrific content flooding our phones, the news, and the social media. We cannot afford to turn away from this flood of horror. It is our responsibility and duty to share it with the world, to scream to the world about the atrocity in its unfiltered, brutally honest form, unaffected by political correctness. This is our burden, and we carry it with pride, but I must tell you, we are not okay. Our souls are wounded, and we need your help. I implore you to join us with a full heart, to be brave. Extricate yourself from the carefully orchestrated propaganda traps set by Hamas that have demonized Israel for decades and sanitized the horror of Hamas. If you have tears for the devastation experienced by Palestinian civilians, cry them. Their pain and tragedy are undeniably real. Some of us will join you, but others have no tears to spare. Please accept that with compassion. You are not asked to close your heart to the Palestinian grief, but make no mistake, the responsibility for the colossal misery in the Middle East, the atrocity in Israel, and suffering of innocent civilians in the Gaza Strip lies with Hamas. It should be undeniably marked on the forehead of this malicious, cruel terrorist organization. Hamas is the long malicious arm of the fundamental Islamic revolution of Iran. Hamas, who have slaughtered our communities, which are pillars of peace activism, and butchered those young dreamers in Peace Festival. Hamas, who is at these moments bombing the escape routes for Gaza civilians to refuge from the war zone. Hamas, who is using citizens as human shield, is not the savior of the Palestinian. They're their executors. I ask you to help us. I ask you to help us to shout this truth, to confront, to protest against the BBC, which refused to label Hamas as terrorist. Assist us in sharing the horrific testimonials on social media. Help us shield our children from the flood of hate and misinformation inundating our networks. Help us rally the world to unite behind the mission of bringing the hostages home alive. Every one of us who wishes to continue believing in humanity needs to see these babies, these children, these women, elderly grandparents and young people come home. Be brave. Stand with us. When you return home tonight, reach out to your Israeli or Jewish friends. We know it's hard to find the word, but your words are needed. Extend a helping hands. There is so much you can do. Offer to share testimonials on your social media platform. Offer a comforting hug. Israelis appreciate hugs, and boy, we need them. Extend your support unreservedly. Consider donating funds to help rebuild the communities that have been destroyed and reduced to ashes. Stand up to the BBC for its incomprehensible decision and strive to understand the motivation behind such choices. Echo the right of Israel to defend itself and disarm Hamas. Help creating an international pressure on Egypt to take responsibility on the misery of Palestinians and open the gates for them to refuse. Most importantly and most urgently, help us unite the world around the crucial mission of bringing the hostages home. Thank you.